Okay, guys, another massive congratulations to those of you who actually are playing the Nrgv play, as this thing absolutely ripped to the targets that we were speaking of just a couple days ago, right, guys? So I know that I've been a little absent here, guys, a little trip to Chicago, but I am back and we are ready to roll. But take a look at that top side, guys. We were observing the potentials of a 326 to 360, and we reached here a top side of just around $3.55. The magic of mathematics and probabilities are absolutely fire in this situation here, guys. Okay, so now I guess the question would be, do we have upside? Do we have downside? Is it over? Are we done with? I don't know, guys, but we're going to go ahead and find out in this episode here. But before I get started, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you at 10:07 p.m. Pacific time, Tuesday, September 23rd. And I would like to start off here with, yes, the fact that we were observing a 360 to 397. Guys, remember that I've been talking to you about I guess the target was roughly 397 to around 413 for that further boost to the upside. I got to tell you that, of course, as we come into these I guess we can call them junctions, right? Like your $3 to $4 would be the 50 cents, right? So of course we bump into the 360 or 355 and then pull back from there. Those are your psychological properties, your psychological reaction zones. The next one would be roughly, 397-ish, getting closer to that $4 target. Of course, we need to watch out with things like that, guys. I do need to warn you about a couple things. I am actually not bearish or not bullish. I am actually looking at this from a neutral state, and I want to make sure that I can continue giving that neutrality here, that transparency as far as the continuation of the asset, okay? So, but before we do that, please remember, team, that I need for you to watch out when you join the Discord trading team. I need you to watch out for that, guys, because the problem here is that there are scammers reaching out to you first, telling you how to turn off your messages. Guys, that is not me. I am not reaching out to you first. I am not sending you a message or friend request first, ever. Never, ever, ever. If you feel that you are talking to me, you're probably not, right? But if you need to validate, please make sure to reach out to me in some other way, guys. I guess we can figure it out during these live streams, right? You can always come by and figure out what's up, okay, guys? But for now, let's just try to observe the continuation of our price action here in our favorite asset, Nrgv. But good stuff, guys. Congratulations to those of you. Wow, English and I are not doing it. Who are still in? I am catching lots of, from the trading team is actually observing this live right now, guys. So I am actually observing here some of these wins in the hundreds and hundreds of percents since we actually triggered this thing as a buy way below in the $1, right, guys? So very good stuff to you, and congratulations from that call out, guys, to just around now. The official upside that we're seeing is now just around 226.84% up, and that is not options, that is not anything other than just live shares, guys, just live gain. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and touch on a couple things here, guys. First of all, your quarterly bar is something that we have to keep an eye on, right? So this quarterly bar is going to be over or closing here in around 6 days and 15 hours. Now, I don't see any signs of it slowing down just yet, particularly because the quarterly bar would start to retrace or decompress to its 50% or 30 to 50% at roughly 72 hours prior to the closing of the candle. So as you can see here, we're not anywhere near that, well, I mean, relative to a 3-month candle, yes, we are, but just around 3 days, right? What I mean to say is that we still have time on the clock available for us to even make a continuation to the upside. Notice right here, notice that. Notice this top side here, getting this top side right there. We are resisting at very similar levels, and this high hasn't been seen since July of 2023, guys. This is pretty damn critical. Okay, so I want to see the immediate short-term volatility versus momentum to see what we have in store for the asset, right? At least this way we can at least have an idea, right? So this to the respect of this 5-minute time frame, guys, this is absolutely still upside continuation. We're looking at upside continuation even into the 10-minute time frame, right? Very good stuff, expanding there. 15-minute time frame, absolute upside here. We're looking like we're getting a little bit of that expansion phase starting right down here, right, guys? Take a look at that. It absolutely looks like we're getting that little bit of expansion right here, and that means acceleration, right? That means acceleration. We're getting upside biases on your stochastic momentum. Let's see, 20-minute time frame, still catching that upside, catching a little bit of acceleration there too. Very good. 30-minute time frame upside, good. Hourly up, 2 hours up, yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh man, it's kinked. 3 hours up still. Oh man, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Upside still into the 4 hour. Okay. I am going to use the 6 hour time frame total upside here. So if we're opening up the market here at around 324, well, that'll give us an additional, statistically speaking, an additional 20 cents to the upside. So that would put us again into that 344 to 351, 344 to 355 resistance that we are observing just now, which means that your 6 hour time frame would then start ripping towards the upside, and that means that your 8 hour time frame would continue. You know what? I'm going to stop it right there, guys. I'm going to go ahead and suggest just very, 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 very scary, Larry, some price action here. I think that we could be doing this here into the opening of your early pre-market, right, guys? Quick little downside here, either towards your 320, potentially down into the areas of just about your 314. That's your peekaboo there, right? This would retrace towards the 50% of its prior 8 hour bar. This would then validate, guys, yeah, this is interesting the way I'm reading this, but this would then validate your 326 or 324 area as a potential support before continuing on the upside and then experiencing our 340s to just around the 355 area. This is where I'm seeing things. Yeah, I'm seeing things going towards this zone here. Okay, so I just want to tell you that we're really close to closures here, and also your monthly I think is closing too. Let's take a look. Well, yeah, we're closing in 6 days, but no, that's not as critical as your quarterly bar. Why? Because the monthly time frame wouldn't be, it would be an average of around 25 hours prior to the closing of the bar, where you would be getting that decompression, right, guys? So starting around a 72, 75 hour mark, that would be roughly when you would start to see the quarterly bar start to kind of decompress and find its balance, right? So that it can find some more bulls. So I think, guys, that for this moment here, you should probably grow a little weary and potentially, if that does happen, then I'm looking for potential loading zones that could be equivalent to anywhere between, I'd say, 283 to roughly 270 and even into the targets of roughly 254. That's kind of what I'm observing here. And that's just to be completely safe, or on the safe side. I mean, I already have targets on there already, right? Literally the center of the area that I'm pointing at is where, yeah, right here. This is that white line, right, guys? That's this right in here. This pocket is kind of where we're going. But guys, remember that I'm not saying that this is for sure. I'm saying that please watch out, because due to the decompression levels of your macro time frames, there could be some retraces that are worth these valuations here. Okay, so I need you to really, you know what? I'm going to move this just a little bit up in light of that gap right here. So yeah, that would be it. Just about right there. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and add this. I'm going to add these targets right for you here, just like this here, right? Check it out. 280, the hard target of 255, and your hard target on this would actually be, but 239, and I think that could be the area to pull back. And that would be your massive breakout. This is a breakout play, guys. Believe it or not, this is a traditional breakout. when you join the master's class, the master's course, you will understand how to play this completely, right, guys? So yeah, this is your traditional breakout, right? Your distance of breakouts, of course, we don't have too many to determine. So this, at any moment now, in confluence to the closing valuations of those candles, yeah, I think that we could be seeing a pullback here into the next 2 to 3 days. So heads up on this, guys. Potential 355 top again, maybe even reach ourselves up to the areas of around 397 to $4. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to reach the 413 like we've talked about, right? But that is absolutely a potential and a possibility still, right, guys? So just watch out for this, okay? I don't want you to get caught with your pants down and, completely miss the boat on this. All right, but so far, guys, very much a huge congratulations to those of you who actually held this, guys. If you did hold it from the initial call out, you would be up close to 300% on your shares and many hundreds and hundreds of percents on your options contracts, which we also pointed out here in the Arca Bulls trading team, guys. Okay, but I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Should you have any questions, reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com, and we shall speak very, very, Jerry, Scary Larry soon, right? Adios, guys. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.